What is up, everyone? My name is Stickwoman2. Welcome back to the fifth evolution of the channel. As you guys can see, I'm not actually out in the typical gaming setup that I normally am in. I'm in fact outside with my motorcycle. So this is going to become the majority of the content that you guys are going to be seeing from my channel nowadays. Not that I'm completely straying away from the gaming content. I'm just simply now broadening what I'm going to be filming and what I'm going to be recording, what I'm going to be doing. And a majority of it now is going to be simply based around the bike. So this is a KTM Duke 200. It is obviously focused on your typical city commutes and your other little rides like that. So it's not a very big or a very powerful bike, but it is a very reliable little bike. So this bike in particular has already seen about 1,500 kilometers with me at the helm, despite it being a 2021 model that I've only owned for probably about 2 months now. As you can see, it's obviously not your typical super sport. It's a naked bike with obviously all the engine being exposed down below, lots of steel framing, very minimalistic panels, and obviously KTM's very typical black and orange colouring scheme. I'm not too heavy in on the specs at the moment, as I don't always remember stuff off the top of my head, but from what I can tell, it's your pretty sporty little setup. Typical, got your big brake discs. I think these are 63mm, and that's a yes, 33 63, or is it 33? I honestly can't remember, and you know what, I'm not going to take stabs at stats I don't know. I know it's got a bigger brake disc in the front, typical brake disc in the rear. Comes stock with a halogen lamp in the front, which I then replaced with a brighter light. I did attempt an LED conversion, which just did not work out for me. So aside from that, it is a very basic little bike. Struggles at your typical highway speeds. It can keep up to 100k an hour pretty easily, but it then loses everything in the top end. But yes, so the majority of the content you're going to be seeing now is mostly moto vlogging. However, it'll mostly be near misses and anything atypical to track days and any other content that doesn't require my audio overview. As I do have a very typical setup at the moment, which is a GoPro and my intercom system. So aside from that, until I can get the new helmet, which is a Foresight MK1S, which includes a built-in microphone, a 1080p super wide view camera, and has a internal processor chip that allows for it to blend in your external audio, your internal audio with your camera footage. So that'll be the new helmet that's coming in around August, September. The initial pre-orders start in July, but it is a fairly expensive helmet starting at about $1,982, including a 1TB SD card, premium inlay, and a matte carbon fiber shell. They only currently come in exposed carbon fiber, being gloss or matte finishes. But other than that, that is one hell of a car. God damn. Sorry, I got distracted there. Aside from that, this is going to be the pretty typical footage you're going to be seeing. But yeah, aside from that, this is just going to be the majority of the content. Obviously the bike. And also, go check out the new logo as well. The funny thing about the logo actually is... Quad lock. 1 second. There you go. So the funny thing about the logo is that when the guys drew it up, I had them make a little bit of an internal joke to make the guy really ripped and muscular. I am anything but that. I am skinny. I weigh about 64 kilos, and yeah, but I look quite bigger than I am loaded in all my gear. So that's the running joke, is the guy looks bulky because he just looks like me in my gear. And any motorcyclist in full gear looks a lot bulkier than they normally are. But yeah, so this is going to be the majority of the content we are now going to be seeing on the channel. I've rambled on about that for about the last 3-4 minutes, so I'm obviously now going to head off. I've got some writing to do. Hopefully going to get some decent footage today, but you know, until we can get the new helmet, I'm going to be restricted to mainly the pretty standard content you've just seen lately. Your near misses, track days, and any other sort of little clips that I want to include off the GoPro. Because one, these take a lot of time to edit. The one that I did with the edited version of the near miss, which should hopefully end up on Motor Madness, if we're lucky, took me about 20 to 30 minutes to edit just for like a short little 1 minute clip. It's a bit of a pain in the ass, but you know, that is the YouTube game that I have been doing it for quite some time, so I'm not too surprised by it. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys do enjoy the new content that's coming out with the bike, with your typical, I'm still going to do my streams and all that, but for the moment, it's going to be mostly a focus on motorcycle content. Anyways, thanks for popping by, you guys. Stay safe out there.